A New Jersey judge has brought fresh daylight to a rumor that's lingered since the early 90s, directing Sean Jay-Z Carter to address a long-running paternity claim no later than July 18, 2025. Within minutes, 50 Cent highlighted the order on X, and Nicki Minaj echoed it to her 200 million-plus followers, pushing hashtag JZNA test into global trends. Online chatter even suggests Beyoncé once asked confidants to make the matter quietly disappear, while legal analysts note that a single DNA sample could touch off inheritance questions, renewed scrutiny of decades-old conduct, and the biggest image test of Jay-Z's career. 10 short days now separate the hip-hop mogul from an answer he has deferred for nearly half a lifetime. To see why this filing feels so urgent, rewind to a chilly Brooklyn night in 1992. After 14 years of procedural gridlock, Camden County Superior Court Judge Karen Whitfield issued a concise 3-page ruling on June 28th. The order accepts plaintiff Rymir Satterthwaite's ex parte motion, acknowledges good faith efforts to serve Carter, and fixes July 18, 2025 as a firm response date. If Carter remains silent, Whitfield may enter a default judgment, empowering the court to compel DNA testing or impose monetary sanctions. One family law scholar called the move a powerful spotlight on a case hidden in the archives since the Clinton years. Whitfield's opinion lists stalled subpoenas, missing files, and conflicting statements about Carter's New Jersey ties. Newly surfaced records show Carter-linked business entities holding East Orange real estate interests in the 2000s. Whitfield warns that any further delays could trigger contempt findings, plainly stating that time-buying tactics have ended. The decision arrives amid heightened media interest. Just weeks earlier, Hot New Hip Hop published a federal filing in which Carter labeled the suit decades-long harassment, even as his attorneys requested more time to review it. That document now reads like confirmation that Carter had long known of the complaint. Observers expect his team may still seek a brief stay, but many note the optics risk outweighs any legal gain. Each day without a response fuels another viral meme. In early 1992, 22-year-old Sean Carter was selling mixtapes from a Mazda MPV, while 16-year-old Wanda Satterthwaite lived across the Delaware River in Philadelphia. According to Wanda's later statements, Carter offered her a ride to his aunt's Brooklyn apartment, where they were intimate despite precautions. 2 weeks later, he allegedly paid a second visit, then disappeared. No photographs or direct witnesses have verified the account, yet one fact keeps the story alive. Wanda was below Pennsylvania's age of consent threshold at the time. A detail supporters say explains Carter's reluctance to take a DNA test. Rymir was raised believing Wanda's partner Robert Graves was his father until a court-ordered DNA test excluded Graves in 2011. Wanda, then ill, told Rymir she had been with only 2 men in 1992, Robert and a rapper named Jay. Rymir later told Radar Online, "The revelation felt like my identity snapping in half." Wanda passed away in 2019, leaving her son letters, receipts, and a single Polaroid of a Brooklyn brownstone she said belonged to Carter's family. Skeptics highlight the absence of conclusive proof. Supporters counter that power dynamics often conceal documentation. Either way, the decisive evidence still fits on a cotton swab that costs less than $20. Rymir's first civil suit, filed in 2011, faltered when a judge accepted Carter's statement that he had no residence or property in New Jersey. Appeals stalled, and a 2014 inheritance claim likewise struggled when Carter's addresses traced back to Manhattan or Delaware LLCs. The narrative shifted in April 2025 when Tina Knowles released her memoir, Matriarch, mentioning that Sean often escaped to an Elizabeth, New Jersey condo while finishing Reasonable Doubt demos. Rymir's lawyers submitted that passage and 8 supporting records, including utility bills and vehicle registrations, arguing it contradicts earlier testimony. They also cited an open letter from Rymir's godmother, Dr. Lily M. Coley, who claims certain motions were quietly sealed and disputed liens placed on her Camden home after she declined settlement talks. No court has verified bribery, yet civil rights groups now flag the case as an example of potential due process gaps. Carter's counsel dismisses these allegations as internet speculation, but public perception grows harsher each time the billionaire appears unwilling to clear the matter with a simple test. On July 8th, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson shared Judge Whitfield's order, quipping that it was time for that DNA sample. The post drew 12 million impressions within hours. Nicki Minaj, already at odds with Roc Nation COO Desiree Perez, reposted the meme, adding, "So this explains the trending topic. To God be the glory." The following day, Minaj published a 10-slide Instagram story alleging playlist manipulation and shadow bans affecting her fan accounts. She also shared an interview in which DeMarie Hadley, Perez's daughter, claimed she had been subjected to an involuntary mental health hold after threatening to reveal company information. Industry insiders say Minaj's frustration traces back to a shelved collaboration that lost clearance in 2023. As for 50 Cent, competition with Carter dates to chart battles in the mid-2000s. Their combined reach has turned a once obscure filing into front-page fodder, ensuring the paternity suit now doubles as a debate over industry power plays. In a recent YouTube interview, Rymir said his Hyundai's window was damaged by gunfire in May 2024, weeks after he submitted new court documents. Police reports list an unknown assailant and no recovered casings. Rymir believes it was intimidation. Skeptics call it random street violence. Separately, Dr. Coley reports 3 disputed liens placed on her Camden property in 2023, documents she says vanished once she challenged them. Rymir also recounts a 2022 episode where 2 men claiming to be process servers appeared at his back door without identification before leaving in an unmarked SUV. Body cam footage shows officers canvassing the area but making no arrests. Comment sections now connect these incidents to claims in DeMarie Hadley's federal suit, which alleges misuse of Florida's Baker Act. A comparison Nicki Minaj says mirrors mysterious swatting calls to her own home. None of these allegations have led to criminal charges, yet the perceived pattern fuels online conversation. Beyoncé Knowles Carter's public image is famously controlled, so a secondhand claim that someone in her orbit once suggested Rymir should go away drew immediate headlines. The anecdote lacks documentation, and Beyoncé has offered no comment, but to many fans, it fits a narrative of protecting the Carter family brand. Brand strategists note that Beyoncé's ventures, from Ivy Park to global tours, depend on maintaining a scandal-free profile. Her silence leaves room for speculation. Is it strategic restraint or calculated risk management? Meanwhile, listeners parse lyrics for hidden meaning, with lines from 444 and Lemonade re-emerging in social media debates. Jay-Z could end the speculation by submitting a test, a step supporters say would take less than a minute. Civil impact. New York allows retroactive child support claims up to age 21, yet courts sometimes award additional equitable support when concealment is alleged. Analysts estimate a liability above $9 million if paternity is confirmed. Rymir could also seek inheritance rights, granting insight into Carter's estate and corporate holdings. Legal shadow. Criminal statutes concerning underage relationships from 1992 have likely expired. But some experts note that federal transportation laws carry complex tolling provisions. Even a headline about potential review could unsettle corporate partners. Brand considerations. Carter's stakes in NFL licensing, major streaming platforms, and the $2.5 billion Live Nation partnership all include morals clauses. Confirmation of an underage encounter, however historic, could prompt sponsor reviews. Meanwhile, TikTok compilations referencing the suit routinely top 800,000 views. Public narrative, Jay-Z has cultivated the role of mentor and reform advocate. A positive result could reshape that legacy. A negative one might raise questions about the prolonged legal resistance. Comply. Quietly, Carter could provide DNA under seal, coupled with a confidentiality agreement. Rymir insists he seeks truth, not cash, yet non-disclosure terms can be persuasive when both sides want closure. Delay and deflect. Attorneys may request reconsideration based on residency rules, but judges rarely reverse themselves without new evidence, and another postponement risk both sanctions and negative headlines. Countersuit option. Some predict a defamation action resembling Carter's 2024 case against an LA podcaster. While legally viable, suing a man searching for his parentage could invite public backlash. Public test, transparent sampling overseen by independent labs, and perhaps filmed, would settle the matter definitively. PR insiders say such openness is unlikely, but it remains the most direct route to ending speculation. 10 days stand between rumor and resolution. If Jay-Z submits a sample, one of hip-hop's longest-running mysteries could vanish overnight. If he declines, or if the test confirms paternity, the Carter legacy faces its toughest chapter yet. In the age of perpetual screenshots, even the most guarded empires can hinge on a single unanswered question. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any daily upload. Thanks for watching.